Welcome back, listeners. My name is Larry Colvig, founder and CEO of the Haven Financial Group. And if you're just tuning in, you're listening to the Haven Financial Group radio show, where we discuss weekly crucial retirement and financial topics, all those retirement puzzle pieces that literally can make the difference between surviving retirement and thriving through it. Those golden years, we want to be as golden as possible. So feel free to give us a call at 612-504-8400 or visit us online at havenfinancialgroup.com or shoot us an email at info@havenfinancialgroup.com. We're all about answering retirement questions, and it never ceases to amaze me how people have questions, yet they just don't get the answers. So we're all about getting the answers.
Terrific. We're talking this morning about government shutdowns. Obviously, we've all been talking about government shutdown in the last, almost nearly a month. Government shutdowns, they happen frequently. Some are a little longer than others. And as a government shutdown drags out, Larry, it's not so much that Social Security payments or Medicare payments are affected, meaning they don't stop. But as a government shutdown drags on, the things that swirl around those two payments may be affected, which could ultimately affect when someone who gets those kinds of benefits might receive them.
Yeah, you said it well. So if you're listening and you're worried, oh my goodness, I'm not going to get my Social Security or Medicare, that isn't the case. Social Security monthly payments are going to proceed because it's funded by permanent law. Its automatic systems keep running. Medicare and B coverage continues. Hospitals and doctors can still bill Medicare, so no problem there. Direct deposit, any withholdings, anything that comes out, it's not going to be interrupted. Mm-hmm. Existing Medicare plans remain in force, so the pharmacists and everything, all the providers, everything is normal. So don't worry there. However, what will be affected, and we already seen it, is the Social Security Administration, the field offices, the call center. There's some reduced staffing. Customer service is going to take a plunge. Longer wait times, which I can't believe there could be longer wait times, because if anybody's called the Social Security Administration, I hope you're a good multitasker, because be prepared for a long wait. And then maybe when you do get somebody, it's doubtful they're going to know the answers. But there's definitely field interruptions.
Mm-hmm. So again, you're going to get your check, you'll get your payments, but they could be a little bit slower. One of the things, though, I guess that would be pretty dramatically affected would be if this is the time that you had intended to enroll.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, it is open enrollment, annual enrollment. Isabella and Glenn are at the office here. Plans have changed drastically. Insurance companies have canceled different things. And if you're listening, December 7th is coming quickly. That's the deadline. Please, again, get a partner that's helping you navigate through healthcare, because it could be it's tough to navigate, for especially one of my clients last week. How can even if I have a problem understanding it, how can somebody 70 or 80 understand it? So we're here to help in that area. But other things to be prepared with the government shutdown is, if you have new claims, appeals, any disability hearings, there's going to be processing delays. If you needed a replacement documents or a replacement Social Security card or something, it's probably going to take a long time. Right. And then another one is the CMS, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. They're slower timelines. It's hard to believe that it could be any slower than it was before, but we're witnessing it. This week, we heard many interruptions and delays, if you will.
Sure. I guess the thing that people are the most concerned about, obviously, though, is their cash flow. And I would imagine you have some advice for people just in general, because we don't know when these interruptions might come about.
It's why we teach cash flow, financial planning. It's why it's part of our process to make sure that retirees or those planning have a good liquidity so they can handle these times like this. Good liquidity, I've mentioned it many times. We like to see for retired middle 60, 70, 50 to 100 grand liquid. And most people don't have 10 to 15. You want to have stock market investments. You want to have protected investments, a good balanced portfolio, because we want that emergency fund. in case you have some out-of-pocket costs or some delayed reimbursements for those flexible or savings accounts or health savings account. If you're starting Social Security soon, and we teach a lot of classes on Social Security and tax. If you're applying, you better allow some extra lead time. Maybe you're going to have to bridge the gap with income. You better have some liquidity. And again, the liquidity portion, so you're not selling stocks or something of that nature when the markets are going down. And you might want to confirm the automatic payments for Medicare, Part B, Medigap, medical assistance, or Part D to prevent these lapses. This government shutdown does take a toll. The longer it goes on, the more we're going to feel it.
Yeah. Larry, going back to this being enrollment time for Medicare, if you decide that you are going to change the company that you're with and you make that change, do you think there might be delays in that coverage, or will you be taken care of?
I believe you'll be taken care of. I certainly do. Even this week and actually a few times, the Social Security portal has gone down. We've had clients come in, and we've not been able to help because the portal was down. Some say that might have been some sort of hacking or the Chinese or something. I really don't know. But at the end of the day, there's going to be a delay. There are special situations like IRMA appeals. If you need some extra help, any of the extra customer service that you would expect is probably going to be a little more difficult. It will be more difficult to achieve than before.
So talking about this gives us an opportunity to sort of branch away from government shutdown and talk a little bit more about Haven Financial Group. And you mentioned it briefly, but let's talk a little bit about some of these classes, educational classes that you guys teach. And I know that two of the areas are Social Security and Medicare. So talk a little bit about maybe what's coming up as the year kind of draws to a close, how people can find out about those and what they can expect when they go.
Well, havenfinancialgroup.com is a great place to start. I mean, it's a great website. It has all the calendar of the events. And when I say that, we do a lot of community education at local libraries, at some of the colleges around here, community centers. In addition, we teach some investment classes. We teach, as you mentioned, Medicare Made Simple, because it's not simple. It's very complicated, as well as some insurance classes. Everything geared towards retirement planning, not because it's so exciting, but it's how we learn. And just when you figure things out, things change. There's important timelines that go with retirement that you and I have talked before, like right now, the annual open enrollment, special enrollment, other times, and as to when you take Social Security. And it's why retirement financial planning, it's different than just putting money in your 401k. You have all those accumulation years. Great. But when you get to retirement, now you're turning on Social Security. Now you're accessing those retirement accounts that you've been building all those years. It is a different season of life. And I had somebody say it really well this past week, and it's been said before. Our guy or gal has got us to where we're at, but we're not confident that they can get us to where we need to go in retirement. Oftentimes I hear people say, well, I ask our guy or gal who does our investments about Social Security. They have no idea. And Social Security is the biggest income stream for retired Americans. So it's really understanding all the ins and outs, putting all the retirement puzzle pieces together to make sure that everything is coordinated and really working together rather than working in different directions. And thank goodness, 10 years later, because it's our 10-year anniversary, we have our estate planning attorneys. We have Lance and Melissa, our CPAs. We have the investment team of 12 and all the other aspects of retirement. And we can help in all these areas, or we're not an all or nothing company. We can help in one or two. We're here, again, to assist and be a partner in these areas.
So these educational seminars, you can find the dates and the locations at havenfinancialgroup.com. They are open to the public. You don't have to be a client of Haven Financial Group, but if you are a client and you're listening, maybe you've got some questions or you'd like to get updated on open enrollment or insurance issues, it's a great place to go, and certainly they would love to see you there. So again, it's havenfinancialgroup.com. And I think we mentioned it, but they are free, but they would like to have a head count because they do fill very, very quickly. And if you have any questions or you'd like to go in and meet with the folks at Haven Financial Group one-on-one, call 612-504-8400. All right, we're talking about government shutdowns. What are they? How frequently do they happen? And what kind of impact might they have on your retirement planning or if you're in retirement? Coming up next, we're going to talk about the potential market impact and, of course, how that would affect you and your investments. This is the Haven Financial Group Radio Show.